So I hope we could relate with the two disciples, as they were walking towards Emmaus. Okay, we see here how Jesus himself came near and went with them. It is always Jesus who takes the initiative. It is always Jesus who takes the first step towards us. It's not us. It's always Jesus. Okay? But here the disciples, they did not recognize Jesus. And I'm sure all of us, many times, do not recognize Jesus in our midst. What is keeping our eyes from seeing Jesus? Okay? The pleasures of this world, a lot of entertainment, the struggles, the suffering that blinds us, okay? Or just the busyness, just a lot of work. Those things will not help us recognize Jesus in our midst. Okay? Because He is always with us. He promised that in Matthew chapter 28, verse 20. I'm with you always until the end of time. And yet we don't recognize Him. That's why it's always good to pause. Take some time to pause and practice the presence of Jesus. Okay? And when Jesus is always there, present, and He wants to dialogue with us, just like He was dialoguing with His two disciples. Okay? And He explained Scripture and opened their mind. Do we read Scripture? Do we let Jesus open Scripture to us? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. One of the method of prayer that I'm doing right now is the so-called ARRR. Acknowledge, relate, receive, respond. Whenever I'm reading Scripture, when something struck me, it's a topic of conversation between me and Jesus. I acknowledge what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and what I'm desiring. And so that's acknowledging, and then I just relate it to the Lord. Whatever I'm thinking, desiring, or feeling. And then I wait for Him to respond. Okay? I receive whatever He's giving me. Okay? He's going to tell me something, and I write down all this in my journal. Whatever I'm feeling, thinking, or desiring, and then I relate it to Jesus, and I wait and I receive whatever He's giving me. I write it down, and then I respond to Him. Okay? Maybe a thanksgiving, or feeling sorry for my sins, or an action that I have to do. And we see here how their hearts were burning, the disciples. And they wanted to be with Jesus even more. And the Lord revealed to the two disciples in the breaking of the bread. Okay? And that's what would happen. When Jesus enlightened our minds and revealed Himself to us by letting us know how much He loved us, that's what will happen. Our hearts will burn. Our hearts will be on fire. And this is a daily thing that we could have. But we need to practice the presence of Jesus. We need to communicate with Him. And I suggest to you using the method ARRR. Okay? And then you would see how He would enlighten our minds through Scripture, and how He would reveal how much He loves us. And by that, you will see how your heart will be on fire for Him.